on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Kwik Star. Also brought to you by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Kwik Star.
From Coralville, Iowa and Extreme Arena, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. Welcome to Match 4 of the Kwik Star Classic, where the 4-0 Hawkeyes will look for their best start since 2016 versus the Illinois State Redbirds. I'm John Evans here courtside, alongside Reagan Coyle at Extreme Arena to bring you the action. Another balanced offensive show led Iowa to the win last night against Butler. The Hawks were led by a career-high 11 kills from Alyssa Warden, with Hannah Whittingstall adding 9 and Carmel Varas with 7. As the Hawkeyes as a team hit 373, the win was comfortable enough that Hawkeye newcomers Mariska Hoshalik, Gia McGrew, and Peyton Young all notched their first kills. Illinois State comes off a tough 5-set loss to Loyola yesterday in the kickoff of the Kwik Star Classic. The Redbirds took the first 2 sets before the Loyola Ramblers stormed back to steal the win. It's the Redbirds and the Hawkeyes coming up from Extreme Arena here in Coralville. It's now time to welcome in my outstanding color analyst, Reagan Coyle. Reagan.
Hello, hello.
As I get you, as you're getting all set up, as hospital traffic caused you some issues today.
Oh, yeah.
But
always a challenge in Iowa City, but
you made it.
I made it right on time. We're good.
All good here, yeah. Under the wire, getting here. I mean, you made it for starting lineup, so you're in perfect shape right now.
Yeah, it helped a little bit of buffer room yesterday with that 6-set match, but yeah, sounds like it was kind of a quick match before this. So
what do you want to see after a solid match yesterday for the Hawks? What do you want to see coming out of as the Hawks come out today?
I'd love to see a good fiery start from them, especially coming off a good win yesterday, like you mentioned. It's really important. It's tough to play back-to-back nights, so I like to see them come out with energy right off the bat and just see that spark that we saw from them last night, just kind of continue on that.
Quick start and kind of finished it going that way?
Yeah.
Starting lineups, Kennedy Guest will start for the Redbirds, Logan Gravengood, Olivia Saputa, Ariana Rossi, Nikila Rogers, Abby Reck, and Audrey Clark will be the starters. Illinois State sports a very balanced offense. They had three straight sweeps to start the season, and then again won the first 2 sets yesterday. They had 11 straight sets, but then ran into a little bit of whether they ran out of gas or ran into a little buzz there at the end. The Ramblers got them. Iowa will go with the same starting lineup: Libero, Milana Moisio, Claire Emerald, Hannah Whittingstall, Carmel Varas, Greta Schleister, Sashka Stoyanovich, and Alyssa Warden will get the Hawks going here tonight. Iowa in white, Liberos in black, the Redbirds in, wait for it, red.
Would have never guessed that.
Yeah, exactly. Libero wearing black as well. As I mentioned yesterday, Iowa hit 373 as a team. Had 11 different players register a kill yesterday, as Iowa was able to play a bunch of different players in the 3rd set.
Yeah, it was really awesome yesterday. I know we talked about it at the end of the match yesterday, but just to see the amount of depth that's on Iowa's bench right now. When they get in those tight moments, sometimes it's helpful just to get a different look, a different hitter out there to take a swing, and just knowing you can trust anyone on your bench to come off and do that is a great strength to have.
We're glad to have Kwik Star. Kwik Star is a proud presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Kwik Star location at kwikstar.com. Illinois State, Iowa was actually 4th in the country in blocking. Kind of joked about that yesterday. Illinois State is 5th. They're right behind. They had 15 blocks in the match yesterday against Loyola. So kept their three blocks per set average going. Iowa only ended up with 3 total blocks. So it'll be interesting to see if it was competition, if it was, maybe what led to all the blocks that Illinois State's been able to rack up so far. So give Iowa an opportunity to match that now today. Clark gets the serve over. Bad pass from Moisio, which you don't have to say very often. And Iowa couldn't get it dug up, and Alyssa Warden has to just pound it in the underside of the block. So tough hitting error for her to start.
Shake off the first point jitters there.
Clark knocks it over again. Warden steps in front. It's another bad pass. She'll get a swing, though, from off the net. She rolls it into the deep corner, dug up. Middle attack. Good dig by Moisio there. Amaral out to Warden. Better swing this time, but that block comes straight down. Okay, question answered early, as that was Guest and Gravengood with the solid wall block.
Definitely, Warden is so good at hitting that deep cross. Not quite open with a sizable block here tonight against Illinois State.
Better pass from Mo, and that ball catches the line from Stojanovic. Wasn't the most solid contact, but found the line and scored.
Sometimes the kill is a kill, especially in the middle. Your timing's sometimes a little off, but just how fast the offense goes in the middle.
It's just most important to not smack it right into the middle of the block, right?
Exactly.
Pick a side. Moisio's serve goes over. Bad pass. Ace. Rec couldn't handle it. We're tied at 2. If I read my stats right, Illinois State got aced 15 times yesterday as well. Good short serve there. Diving play. Ball goes way to the left side and has to be platformed over. Schleister, Amaral, outside. Warden blocked again. Might want to try Varez or come back to the middle again.
Definitely. Illinois State knows where that ball's going to go. If they watched Alyssa play at all yesterday, she loves that cross-court swing, and they are camping on her on the outside. Illinois
State has 3 points. They are 3 blocks, so lived up to their reputation early. They had 8 first-set blocks yesterday. Saputa knocks it over. Middle of the floor, Amaral. Right side to Varez. Good sharp cut. That'll come back to the Iowa side. Warden, Whittingstall. Warden blocked and in again. Going to test Alyssa's mettle here.
Yep. Pretty frustrating as a hitter, and she tried to hit that one line and got the block here too. It'll be interesting to see if the ball goes back to her. Let's throw in a tip shot there. Make the defense have to pick that one up.
Saputa floats it over. Schleister, good ball to Amaral. Right side to Varez. She pushes it right down the line. Pushed over to Schleister. Amaral behind her again to Varez. This time good sharp cut, but in the net. Illinois State block might be camping in the Iowa brain right now. 5-2.
Yeah, and that ball was a little pushed out a little too far for Varez as a righty on the right side here. She just couldn't quite get behind that ball.
Saputa serves it long. Hawks will take the break, 5-3. Marquardt comes in for Varez. And so this might be the test now for Iowa. You've got front row setter, a left side that's struggling, and then see if you can get Whittingstall involved. Marquardt to serve. Good sharp cross, bad pass. Ball's up in the air, tight, tipped over. Warden gets it. Amaral dumps it, but dug up. Push to the left side. Big swing off the block. Tipped back over. Warden with good hands. Marquardt. Amaral goes up, takes a swing, pounds it off of Clark and scores.
That's going to be the key for Iowa's offense today, is just keeping the block honest with Amaral's swings. It's going to make the block second guess on if they should go out to the pins or not.
Yeah, Illinois State with 5 points, all on Iowa hitting errors, 4 blocks and a ball in the net. Marquardt to serve. Good strong serve there. Saputa, good pass. Left side swing, sails it long. Reck blasts it over the inline, and all of a sudden we're tied at 5 again. Marquardt, great serve there off the net. Middle attack, sails all over the inline. Begging for a touch, not going to get it is Gravengood. 6-5 Iowa, first lead of the night.
You don't see that all the time. That was a 2-ball ran by the right side there. I guess she was in the middle for that one, but kind of a slower swing too.
Marquardt, good sharp serve again. Tight ball, push to the left side, high off the block. Amaral does a nice job. Marquardt finds it. Warden goes down the line and misses. All right, we're going to need to. I like your idea of let's tip, let's throw, let's do something a little different here just to shake it up.
Yep.
Ariana Rossi, the libero, now to serve, tied at 6. Good pass from Moisio. Thrown down, but ball's up in the air. Pushed over. Moisio with the dig. Amaral with the hammer. As a libero, you've got to love that because that boosts your assist stats pretty.
Exactly.
You get the dig, it turns into an assist right away.
Instead of a tight pass, it becomes an assist very quickly.
Charday Van Zant comes in now for Schleister, so a new outside will get an opportunity. Alyssa Warden to serve. Fires a good serve over. That's a tight ball, pushed to the middle, thrown over, and the Hawks can't get it up in the air. Great diving play from Marquardt. But the first Illinois State kill. Ah, yes, forgot to tell you, the table's dead for electricity.
Got it. Figured that one out pretty quickly.
7-all here in the first. Ella Craig's in to serve. She pops it over, good serve. Warden, good ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall, she throws it over. Misplayed dig, it's gonna just come over on free ball. Amaral gives a good look again, and that's that aggressive jump to your point. The middle had to stay with her. It left a big seam there for Whittingstall to hit it straight through.
Yeah, with such an aggressive setter like Amaral, the middle is second guessing. The middle actually jumped with the setter, so yeah, she had a wide open net.
Whittingstall now back to serve. She pops the hard one over, finds the line and scores. Second ace for the Hawks, 9-7.
See if Van Zandt can get something going on the outside for the Hawks.
Different block here at least, so see this block is the same. Whittingstall will set. Boy, that's the tale of two. The first one was perfect. She hits it flat with the drop. That one gets behind her and sails over the inline. 9-8 Iowa on top. Reck now to serve. Good strong serve there. Iowa cannot get that up in the air. Alyssa Warden with a tough pass. First ace serve for the Redbirds, tied at 9. Alyssa uses hands this time, well off the net. Van Zandt from off the net goes high and over the block. Right side swing is late, and Iowa gets the block of their own. Stojanovic and Van Zandt.
Great 1-2 punch by Van Zandt with the kill, or with the almost kill, and kind of block for the point. Didn't see a whole lot out of her last night, so it'll be good to see her get going.
10-9 Iowa on top. Amaral to serve. Reck, pass well off the net. Left side swing. Sails over the inline, no touch. Saputo sends it over the line. Iowa back by 2, 11-9. Amaral pops it over down the line. Good pass from Saputo, right side swing. High off the block, Warden diving play. Amaral middle of the floor, comes behind her to Vares. That two-handed tip again. Left side inside the court swing, Van Zandt there. Amaral back behind her to Vares. Good sharp cross, but dug up by Craggs. Pushed over, Moisio, Amaral, Stojanovic.
Got the middle again with a jump on Amaral. It just leaves a wide open net for Iowa. It's just so great to see.
And the best part is Claire's a back row setter now, so she can't do anything with that ball when she jumps, but still goes up with her, 12-9. Good flat serve there from Claire. Right side swing coming. Good solid swing from Ziegler. She gets the kill, 12-10. Rogers now to serve. Iowa by 2 here midway through the first. She sails that long. Second service error for Illinois State, and Iowa back to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, quite a few unforced errors here early for Illinois State.
Charday with the spin and the approach. Good ball there. Great pass right on the tape. The setter's under the net, though, as she had to go try to chase it. Fortunately, nobody gets collided with there. 14-10. Claire didn't even hit the floor, and she's sweating on the floor.
She gets close to the floor. I think the sweat just transfers.
Exactly. Van Zandt to serve again for the Hawks. 14-10. Good strong serve again. Good pass there from Saputo. Goes back out to her on the left side. Moisio with the dig. Amaral has to just platform it over. Pushed over by Van Zandt. Good spot. Right side slide. Finds a seam there. Good swing. That was Guest with the kill. 14-11. Schleister in for Van Zandt.
Yeah, quite a few two-handed third ball over the nets. You're used to seeing in a college match. Just got to be careful with those now that they're really on the lookout for doubles.
Yeah, since that's the only way an up ref can call a double, they're going to get their whistle on and get those. Clark to serve. 14-11 Iowa. She pops it over at Warden. Good ball to Amaral. Middle attack Stojanovic. 3 for Sashka. And that'll get us to the TV timeout with Iowa on top, 15-11. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quick makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans with Reagan Coyle. Hawks lead the first set 15-11. Last night in the opener of the Cy-Hawk series, the Iowa women's soccer team took down Iowa State 1-0, soccer term, as Iowa moves their strong start, 11th ranked in the country. They've done a nice job, beat a top 10 team, lost to a top 10 team, but a good start. And then earlier today, I think it was Van Oslem had 4 goals for Iowa field hockey as they beat Kent State 4-1. So on All-American Day, so they must have rolled out red, white, and blue. A lot of Hawkeye action around. There's the men's golf's going on. You've got men's cross country, women's cross country that's also here in Iowa City. And oh, by the way, there's a little football game going on tomorrow that you may have heard about. That's at 11 o'clock, 11:10. We're on at 2. I'm on at 2 tomorrow. I assume you might be going to that.
I will be at a concert at Notre Dame
that's right.
Stadium,
You told me
actually.
that. That's right.
Yeah. Different stadium.
Which also sounded exceptionally fun. but yeah, so we'll tune in tomorrow after the football game. Hopefully by 2 o'clock, the Iowa football team will have put the game away and be cruising by then. Moisio knocks the serve over. Played by Rossi. Pushed to the left side. Tipped over. Dug by Amaral. Moisio uses hands to Vares inside the court. Sharp cuts, dug back to the Iowa side. Amaral uses it again. Moisio back to Vares. Boy, that is way inside. Vares does a great job finding her way to it and knocks it off Clark, 16-11.
Yeah, that's a tricky ball from Moisio to set. Can't push it too far, going to the right side out there, but that one was pretty far inside, but Varez made the most of it.
Carmel said she likes out-of-system balls better than in-system. Moisio, great drop serve. That'll be an ace. Third ace of the set for Iowa, 17-11.
I feel like sometimes with the out-of-system balls, you just have more room to hit. They're not quite on the net. Might get a better look at the block, have more time to kind of evaluate where you're going to swing.
Moisio goes a little deeper this time. Another bad pass. Tight ball to the net, pushed over with two hands. Amaral, Moisio, Varez inside the court. That one she did what she did on her first swing. She just pulled it a little too far on the sharp cross and hits it in the net, 17-12.
Yep, she's really aiming for kind of that 10-foot line on the other side of the court. When you try to go too hard cross as a right-hander on the right side, you just catch more of that net than you'd like to.
Saputa serve comes over at Schleister, and that'll be an ace for the Redbirds. 17-13.
Lots of tough serving tonight from Illinois State. I feel like we didn't see quite that much pressure last night against Butler.
Saputa again. Schleister, much better ball. Amaral behind Warden. She rolls it and gets her first kill.
Really smart idea. I like the change up. Good roll shot in the middle of the court.
The timing of the set was off, which kind of forced her to take something off of it, and then that threw off the timing of everything on the block and worked out well. Her first kill after a handful of errors, but maybe that'll get her on track. 18-13. Marquardt, good cross-court serve there. Right side swing with a whole lot of traffic is blocked. Gravengood's blocked by Whittingstall and Warden. 19-13.
Great close by Whittingstall and good press by the both of them to get a nice seal over there on the left side.
Second block for Iowa. Marquardt again. Sends a floater this time, another good one. Better pass this time, right side swing. Off the block, Marquardt with a great dig. Amaral chases it down. I'm sorry, that was Schleister. Schleister, She hit at Syracuse for a bit. It might have been a while as she sent that back row attack well over the line.
We'll just say she wasn't quite warm with her shoulder.
She probably hasn't had that rotational move in a while, 19-14.
I love that she wanted it, though.
Yeah,
took a swing.
You're not going to argue with the effort. Rossi to serve. Right down the line. Good ball. Amaral slide to Whittingstall. Off the block. Rattles around. That ball's down. Took a minute for everybody to kind of agree to that. 20-14. Whittingstall now with a couple.
Love that fast Whittingstall slide. She likes the ball. Just pretty fast tempo on the slide. She gets there and she's able to beat the middle.
Warden. Good. I thought it was a good serve, but it sails wide. Second error for Iowa. They do have three aces, so you'll live with that mix for most all time. 20-15. Ella Craig's back in to serve. The freshman knocks it over. Bad pass, chased down by Amaral. A lot of traffic. Warden, big high platform across. Right side swing, one-on-one. Great dig from Marquardt. Moisio, Van Zandt off the net, rolls a sharp cross, but it's dug up. Setter chases it down, left side swing, off the block. Van Zandt gets it. Amaral, back row to Warden. Rolls it over, good spot. One-handed push, blocked! Hannah Whittingstall, solo block on Nikila Rogers.
What an amazing solo block by Whittingstall. She read that really well. Obviously, setter's back row, she can't attack that, so she was ready to be on the middle.
She dove with her, too, as Rogers did a nice job trying to get it to the side. We will have a challenge of whether Iowa's in the net or not. So we'll...
I was going to say, I thought I saw the net move, but no team really seemed to react, so.
It's kind of the way you're supposed to do it, though, right? Play the point out, let it go. And
wasn't sure if ball caught it at some point.
So Iowa with the third block if it stands. Yeah, both teams struggling. Iowa hitting .034, 9 kills, 8 errors. Illinois State hitting .13 as they have 3 kills in the set so far, which for those uninitiated, that's not very good. 9's not great. Three is worse. When you have more blocks than kills this late in the set, that's probably not good.
Right. I feel like both sides, this is kind of the set of who makes the least amount of errors right now. Both teams seem to have started a little bit slow. Like to see the second set kind of clean up, honestly, on both sides, just to get some cleaner volleyball going on. Yeah,
Guest and Gravengood teamed up for 4 blocks early on. That was the Illinois State starting scoring, really, and they've struggled to run any offense. Iowa, when they've passed well, I mean, we've got Stojanovic and Whittingstall, 5 kills on 6 swings. Claire's been selective and solid, a couple kills on 4 swings. And then you've got Vares with a couple errors, both of those in the net. And you've got Warden, who was the recipient of a whole bunch of blocks.
I didn't get that.
So no net.
Okay.
No net call, so that'll cost Coach Matters a challenge. And Iowa will lead 21-15 with Hannah Whittingstall going back to the service line. Sends the floater. And that, oh boy, good up in the air. Thrown over. Warden, Amaral, Van Zant. Boy, another good up, but can't quite get it all the way up in the air. Illinois State made Iowa win that point twice, but Van Zant gets the kill.
He did. Started with a great serve by Whittingstall. It's a super short ball, just really hard to get up with height as a front row player.
Stayed in the air a long time, but found a hole. Then she goes fastball. Just sails it over the inline. Don't hate that one. That one wasn't 10 feet long.
Right.
That was a foot long.
Right.
You make the defense make a decision on that one.
Exactly.
22-16. Abby Reck back to serve. Pops it cross court. Marquardt, high ball, middle of the floor. Pushes it out to Van Zant. Roll shot, just misses wide. Saputa had to dive out of the way.
It's a good idea by Van Zant. She's just snapping high, trying to find her way around the block over there. It's just out. I like the angle, though.
She took something off of it, too, so it wasn't like she just tried to power it over there. 22-17. And that serve goes wide as well. So 23-17.
A little quiet over there. I think it was maybe a tweener, and then Marquardt just gets out of the way at the last minute.
So Marquardt will leave. Vares will come back in. Claire Amaral back to serve. Iowa 2 points away from closing out this first set. Now, last night, Coach Barnes made some substitutions. With the way you're playing now, I don't think you're going to make those quite yet. That ball sails wide. 23-18 on the service error again from the Hawks. That's 4 now.
And now is the time to really clean up those unforced errors at the end of the set. You want to end on a strong finish.
Lauren Salata will come in to serve. Hey, you really kind of want to run through the tape. You don't want to just kind of coast your way here and win because you're ahead. Which I guess you can't win if you're behind, but there's a point in there somewhere. Miscommunication from the, tough call on Amaral. Moisio and Warden didn't really communicate on the serve receive and pushed a tough ball to Amaral, who actually did a great job getting it one-handed up, but they called her across the center line, 23-19. So much for that cleanup part you were asking for.
Right. The automatic out when Amaral hits the floor.
Salata, better ball from Warden. Right side to Van Zant. She throws it across, dug up by Ziegler. Nobody's home, platforms it over. Warden, good ball to Amaral right on the tape. Stojanovic dug up. Stojanovic took 2, but she goes up and gets it.
Love the aggression and fire. Her reaction is so fiery, too. Pumps everyone up out there.
Set point Iowa, and Van Zant will try to deliver for the Hawks. Charday gets the go-ahead. Good strong serve there, but a good pass right in the middle of the floor. Right side swing. Ziegler blasts it long. No touch called. Let's see. Will she use a second one? She will not. She grabs her water. Hawks win the first set 25-19. We'll take 2 minutes. Iowa wins the first set 25-19. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/everymoment to find a plan right for you.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena here in Coralville. I'm John Evans alongside Reagan Coyle. Iowa takes set 1, 25-19. You know, I talked to Coach Shondell yesterday, and I told him, I said, you know, your dad has been very good to me. I'll root for your team every time tonight. And he goes, how about you root for good volleyball? I said, okay, that's fair. We did not see a lot of good volleyball in the first set tonight.
We really did not. Yeah, just not very clean on either side of the net, really. It felt like just a set of errors and a slow set to start. It's definitely not how either team wants to play tonight. No,
I would expect to see a far different second set. Iowa with 11 kills, 9 errors in the first set, so they hit 0-59. So, yeah, Illinois State had 4 blocks to start the set, but then Iowa still had 5 balls that they hit in the net or out. The in-the-net ones are the ones that are going to be you really can't deal with. And Illinois State only had 3 kills in the first set to go with 7 errors. So Iowa has 3 blocks. Illinois State has 3 kills, hits negative .16. If you hit 160, that's not great. You hit negative 160, and that's the wrong direction. Saskia Stojanovic, though, leads the Hawks, 4 kills on 5 swings. Claire Emerald dishes out 7 assists, also has 3 digs. Warden and Moisio 3 digs apiece. Couple ace serves from Mo Moisio as well. Let's just root for better volleyball here in this set. We'll go from there.
I think we're going to get it. It's definitely, I feel like Illinois State's got to show better than that. They're definitely not proud of that last set.
Loyola's sitting on the end line where Iowa started. Now Illinois State is. Loyola actually lost in 3 sets to Butler. The first set was competitive. The second set was not as much, and the third set was not at all. After Loyola had a nice come-from-behind victory yesterday in 3 sets. They did not look the part today, so maybe it's just there isn't a lot of great volleyball right now. So let's get this fixed around. Warden to serve. Not a great pass from Reck. Push to the left side, big swing. Dug up by the Hawks. Amaral chases it down, back row from Warden. Good swing, dug by Clark. Right side, sharp cross goes out of bounds. That was Graven Good that missed. Basically, that's the same shot that that Varez has been trying to hit in front of us, and then that time she
really
hit it wide. Hawks with the lead. Warden off the tape. Good play there from Guest as she's ready off the tape. That swing sails long, no touch. Saputo misses.
Seems to be the serve and pass game for Illinois State. They're having a hard time with serve receive right now, being in system.
And that ball catches the tape and falls back to the Iowa side. Well, I mentioned they got ace 15 times yesterday, so that might be a theme that they've got to battle all year long.
Yep. I think I might know what they will be doing for practice on Monday.
Saputo to serve, 2-1 Iowa. Good strong serve, goes wide. Well, and they probably will need to work on serving aggressively and getting it in, and then receiving serve and passing it.
Agreed.
So I guess at least the tasks will line up to work. Whittingstall now to serve. Good solid serve there. Saputo, good ball though, middle of the floor. Quick push. Whittingstall with a dig. Outside to Van Zandt. Then she's blocked straight down. That was Graven Good and Guest. And they have been not very nice to Iowa at the net.
Van Zandt kind of testing that high line off Guest. It was not there for her on that swing.
Rossi now to serve, 3-2 Iowa. Good solid serve there. Warden, middle of the floor, outside to Van Zandt. She goes high into the corner. Saw that shot early yesterday a lot as she goes right to the 5 corner, right in front of the line judge, 4-2.
It just scores so often, and like we were talking about yesterday, it's not a super powerful swing. It doesn't sound like it's going to hit the floor very hard, but it scores, and it's always open. Emerald,
good serve, good pass. Right side swing, sharp cross again. That one catches the back line. Graven Good finds a spot. Illinois State runs a 6-2, so they make their double switch here. Craig's in, she'll set. Brings Ziegler in to hit on the right side. That ball sails long.
Quite a few service errors as well.
That is
like I said, serve and pass. That's what they're doing in practice on Monday.
Yeah, the 5th for the Redbirds. Van Zandt to serve. Iowa might have twisted the rotation a little. Warden will have a different look here. Ball's chased down, back row swing. Ooh, Moisio can't get that ball in the air. Back row kill from Saputo. Abby Reck to serve, 5-4 Iowa here in the second. Good strong serve there, Moisio. Middle attack, Stojanovic is blocked, but it's out of bounds. The good flying cover from Schleister, but she didn't need to cover.
Right. She ran it down though, chased it to the line. Got to do that just in case.
But I'm not sure if what she was going to do as she's flying through the air there. Worked out. Moisio, good serve again, taken by Rossi. Pushed to the left side, tipped over, dug by Emerald. Moisio behind her to Warden. Sharp cross there. That was a little inside, was able to beat the block that time, 7-4 Iowa.
Iowa's been able to spread out the offense a little bit more since we started the match here, and yeah, caused that middle to be late. Was had a nice cross-court deep swing.
Moisio goes with some pace at Rossi. Not a great ball. Back row attack from Reck. Schleister and Moisio kind of double clutched at each other. And a couple back row kills for Illinois State in this set. 7-5. Rogers now to serve for the Redbirds. Good serve. Dropped it right in front of Schleister. Both teams now with 3 aces and 5 errors. That bottom just fell out of that one right in front of Schleister.
Right as across the net.
She steps up a half a step here. Same spot. Uses hands, bad pass. Moisio can't chase it down. And that'll bring in Alyssa Behrens.
Substitution for the Hawkeyes, number
Back-to-back aces for Illinois State. We're tied here in the second. Sub works as good as a timeout as she fires that one into the net. 8-7 Iowa. Marquardt in, Varez to the bench.
They've got Amaral up front now.
Iowa has been solid this year in serve receive. A little shaky here so far. Marquardt misses long as Reck falls out of the way.
Still slow to start here in the second set. Just hasn't quite picked up like we wanted it to.
No,
Lots of
not
errors
yet.
Still, both sides.
Clark to serve, 8-all. Good pass. Amaral slide to Whittingstall, scores right down the line. Good swing there. Hannah with 3.
Really love that Whittingstall slide. I think last night we saw lots of long rallies. I feel like tonight the rallies have been pretty short.
You know, a lot of self-inflicted wounds here.
Yeah.
Warden float serve over. Diving play from Saputo. She's on the floor. A lot of traffic. Tipped over. Moiseo. Warden. Good ball to Van Zant. She goes over the block. Dug by Rossi. Pushed to the left side. Saputo goes out of bounds off the block and scores.
That was definitely a tool swing. She went into that swing knowing she was going to tool off that block, because if Amaral's hands were not there, that obviously would have been way out of bounds.
Saputo now to serve, tied at 9. Tough pass, Amaral just dunks it over her head. Tight ball, Amaral wins the joust.
As setters do, being second over the net, they 9 times out of 10 will win that joust.
Reck came in with one hand and Amaral was fully ready to reject that. Let's see if Whittingstall goes back to maybe that little bit softer serve here and gets the ball in. She does. Rossi, good ball. Middle attacks, blocked. Amaral covers it. Marquardt to Amaral. Big rip. I'm not even sure she got it over the net.
A little bit of a trap set there on the out-of-system ball from Marquardt. When it's out of system, got to get that ball kind of 5 feet off the net and 5 feet in the court.
Give him some room to maneuver.
For sure.
Rossi to serve. 10-all here in the second. Iowa took the first, 25-19. Good strong serve, tight ball. Amaral just slams it right down. And that's having an aggressive front row setter. When your pass is maybe a little over, but you're right on the tape, she just goes up, dunks it with the left hand.
Yeah, it's so easy as a lefty too. She can kind of put her whole body into that tip versus a right-hander who would just have to send it behind or just send it over with not as much strength.
Amaral, good serve. Right side swing, Gravengood blocked. Van Zant and Stojanovic send it back on Gravengood. Hawks by 2, 12-10. So going back to Claire there, the other thing you want to do is, we talked about it with the middles, if you have to avoid the block. If the block would ever set up on her hand, then she just dunks it back over her head, right?
Exactly, yep.
Good pass there, ball's tight. Reck, dug by, that was Warden. Van Zant off the net, great swing, wide. No touch called, all right. I like the change. She didn't hit the full swing there. Just still a little too much going to that sideline and kind of the 4-5 seam. Craggs back in to serve. 12-11 Iowa. Floats it at Warden. Got into her chest. Moiseo, good push to the outside. Varez with 2 hands. Middle attack, blocked. Moiseo, Amaral. Oh, wow. Tough call on the one-handed lift. Tied at 12.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, that was an odd one. Tight ball again. Boy, what a great set from Claire Amaral. As that ball was basically on the Illinois State side, she pulls it back over, and Stojanovic is able to get her 6th kill.
That was such an athletic move by Amaral. She obviously can't attack that ball being in the back row, but she can go up and take all the net that she needs as she's setting the ball. They can't take that from her.
Van Zant, good ball. Middle attack, slammed down. Rogers with the kill. Teams trading points here.
The first 3-ball that we've seen from Illinois State tonight kind of caught the Iowa block off guard a little bit.
Reck now to serve. Moisio, good ball. Amaral behind her to Varez. Off the block and scores.
Great reverse by Amaral. She was obviously moving forward, but to send that ball all the way back behind to Varez, such a great set and good finish by Varez.
Moisio. Rossi, great ball, middle of the floor. Push to the outside. Saputo, great swing there. Teams just trading points here as the first contact has been much better here in the last 10 points or so.
Definitely. Hitting percentage is climbing a little bit for both teams as well.
Rogers now to serve. She pops it over. Warden, overpass. And that should be a back row setter. Not called. That ball stayed on the, that ball's going to be blocked by Whittingstall and Warden. And boy, I think they missed a call there.
For sure.
Because Amaral goes up, looked like the middle blocker touched it. But no call, which should have been a back row setter on Iowa. So Iowa catches a break, 15-14. We'll keep it here since I was baffled by the whole thing and don't want to run a 60-second commercial now. All right, let's. We talked about offense is heating up a little bit. Illinois State positive now in this set, still working to get positive overall. Iowa hitting 308 now in the set. I think, though, the thing that I noticed just as a quick glance at the stats there, if Iowa is going to do bigger and better things as the season goes along, your outsides can't be negative.
Right.
And you've got your 3 pins, because I'm not going to count Claire as a pin. You've got 6 kills and 10 errors for your 3 pins right now, and that's not a recipe for success. It's worked tonight, but it's not going to win Big Ten matches very often.
Exactly right. Right now, the middles are carrying the load with Stojanovic hitting 857, Whittingstall hitting 750, both with no errors. So middles are doing great right now, but middles can't carry you the entire season. Like you said, we've got to have action from the pins as well. Does say a lot for our passing right now. Obviously, we're in system if we're getting our middles going. So would like to see the outsides get a little bit more involved with the kill column here.
So would you like to see first, though? Would you like to see Iowa really feed the middle and maybe keep that block a little tighter? And then you go back to the outside and maybe Charday and Alyssa and Carmel have maybe one-on-ones or a little bit more seam to hit through them?
Definitely, yeah, and I think they've done a good job of that. And obviously Claire being offensive as well is helping kind of pause that middle too. So it's there. Just need to see keeping in system for Iowa, create those opportunities in one-on-ones like you said.
Quickstar is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Jamie Marquardt fires it over for the Hawks. Good pass from Saputo in the middle of the floor. Ball goes back out to her. Block was late. Amaral slams it over. Boy, now that's not called anything. Whittingstall with the tip and scores. And I know we don't have double contact, but that looked like every much of a lift when you touch it, as long as she touched it, as Amaral's did with one hand.
Still makes you cringe a little bit when you see it, even though it's not called.
Whittingstall, though, with her 4th kill now, Iowa by 2. Good strong serve there. Saputo overpass. Warden scores. Just barely catches the line. As she does a back somersault, as if might have been a little frustration venting in there.
I think the ball came a little bit off the net in what she was expecting, so her momentum was just going completely backwards.
17-14. Another great serve from Jamie Marquardt. Talk about the bottom falling out of one.
What a great serve.
Ace serve from Jamie, and that will draw a timeout. Iowa leads 18-14. This time we'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena here in Coralville. John Evans, Reagan Coyle. Hawkeyes lead set 2, 18-14. Won the first, 25-19. On a nice little run here, a 4-0 scoring run for the Hawks. Jamie Marquardt has been very good at the service line. As the teams were trading points back and forth, it was because the first contact was good. Jamie's made Illinois State's first contact kind of get a little haywire.
Yeah, and her serve is so good. As soon as it crosses the net, all the air, it just drops completely. It's just really hard for a passer to get underneath it.
She goes deeper this time. Saputo off the net again, goes back out to her. That swing ricochets off of Moisio. 18-15. Saputo heating up. She's got 4 now.
She's been a really solid utility player tonight for Illinois State. She's getting lots of swings, front row and back row.
Clark to serve. Good solid serve. Moisio, bad pass. Marquardt, tight ball. Warden, big swing, scores. That ball was tight and high and just kind of floating. Alyssa went up and got it and pounded it home.
Makes you a little nervous when a player goes up to take a full, powerful swing, just being that tight to the net, but that one worked out really well for her. She was able to sneak it past the block.
At some level, you have to like the aggression. Hasn't been afraid of the way the match started. Warden, good serve. Saputo, great pass. Boy, Guest splits the block there as Whittingstall was a beat late. 19-16.
And Van Zandt just floating a little bit too far out on her block as well. Guest just found the hole right between.
Saputo now back to serve. And she powers it into the net. Tough time for that as you're trying to make a comeback.
I feel like that's been the name of the game for them this set. Kind of finally get the ball back and then just make an unforced error.
20-16. Whittingstall to serve for the Hawks. She goes kind of change up again. Saputo, great ball. Push to the middle. Guest. Amaral back outside to Van Zandt. Dug up by Rossi. Push to the outside again. Reck. Dug by Warden. Amaral dumps, but right to Rossi. Tipped over. Diving play from Marquardt. Van Zandt rolls. Dug up tight to the net. Reck. Blocked. Covered by Rossi. Right side now. Gravengood rattles it through the block and scores.
Unlucky touch on the block there with Van Zandt and Stojanovic. They just kind of caught the ball on their way down from the block.
It looked like they had a good spot, just kind of rattled in their hands a bit. Maybe didn't quite, I guess, get their hands closed up a little bit. Good play all around. Rossi now to serve. Iowa by 3. Moisio. Amaral slide to Stojanovic. She scores, which should go without saying the way she's swinging tonight. 7 kills on 8 swings, 21-17.
Definitely. I think that's the first slide that we've seen from Stojanovic tonight, so that was good to see from her.
Yeah,
not the prettiest swing, probably not the best one that she wanted, but it scores nonetheless.
Yeah, she's been good right on the logo there, right in the middle of the floor. Amaral pumps it over. Saputo, great ball again, middle of the floor. Reck, dug up by Warden. Amaral, Van Zandt tips, but right to Reck. Middle attack, kind of whiffed at. Iowa gets there. Amaral, Van Zandt inside the floor. Dug by Rossi. What a big high looping dig. Pushed over. Warden there easy. Amaral. Varez blocked. Hawk, what a great cover from Moisio. Van Zant, good ball. Varez rolls and scores. Is there anything better as a hitter than having somebody lay out, save your error like that, and then get a kill right after?
Right. I don't think there's anything better than when you're the libero that gets that ball up, just knowing somebody scores on it for you versus the play go to waste.
Yeah, fantastic play. Second timeout called by Illinois State. Yeah, I mean, that's one that does not show up anywhere in the stat. I mean, I'm sure there's some advanced metrics that have cover somewhere in there. We don't have it. We don't have access to it, but that play doesn't happen if Moisio doesn't make that diving one-handed up.
Exactly, and that's the longest rally we've seen tonight, so kind of got the crowd excited and got Iowa kind of getting their spark here the last few points of the second set.
Yeah, we finally had a couple of moves here. Iowa now hitting 360 on the set, 12 kills, just 3 errors, 23 kills on the match, up to 186. Stojanovic 7, Whittingstall 4. Warden after a tough start, she's up to 4. And now you have Varez and Emerald with 2 and Van Zant with a couple as well. 14 assists for Claire. Alyssa, again, hasn't let the offensive struggles bother her. 7 digs. Moisio with 9. Emerald with 5. Whittingstall's had a hand in 3 blocks. Stojanovic and Warden a couple. And Van Zant with 2 as well. For Illinois State, you've got Saputo, who's really had to do everything. Iowa's been serving her, too, yeah. And so really going at her, trying to wear her out a little bit. But she's got up to 4 kills now, hitting 154. Guest with a couple, Gravengood and Rogers also with 2. Assists are split up there. You've got 7 digs from Rossi, the libero, 6 blocks for Guest, 5 for Gravengood. Iowa 22-17 here in the second. The lefty Claire Emerald to serve. Claire pops it over. Rossi has to make a diving play. Boy, it looked like they were trying to return with 2, and they left the middle of the floor wide open.
I would serve there too.
That was really weird as they're trying to hide Rec a little bit. Pushing her to the far sideline. Good ace for Claire, 23-17. Off the tape, diving play from Saputo. One-handed, misconnected, but tipped over. Moisio, Amaral, Varez. Oh, boy, the block hung up in the air on the Illinois State side, but nobody could get footing to get over there. Iowa now with set points galore, 24-17. Amaral, good serve, got to Rec. Saputo has to platform it. It'll go to Rec. That's a strong swing, but dug. Emerald. Van Zant off the block. Scores! Set 2 goes to the Hawks, 25-17.
More of an exciting volleyball set. A little bit cleaner for the Hawks. Can't say the same for Illinois State.
Yeah, 14 kills for Iowa in the set, just 3 errors. Illinois State 9 and 5. So they did improve. They hit positive, so that's
sure
a step there. Illinois State up to now hitting 0 for the match, because they have 12 kills and 12 errors. But yeah, that was Iowa's first contact was very good, and you saw the defensive energy too from the back row. You saw, more of the plays where they got the ball up in the air and then were able to transition back into offense.
For sure, yeah. Still kind of a close match. I mean, for how poor their offense is doing, to only lose by 8 points is still pretty good. I mean, for how, yeah, definitely not how they're wanting to play, obviously. So I'm still expecting them to kind of potentially flip a switch in this third set here.
Find a way. We'll take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Kwik Star keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Kwik Star's here for you whenever you need us. We got you covered.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena here in Coralville. Iowa takes the first two sets, 25-19 and 25-17. Kwik Star is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest location at kwikstar.com. I'm John Evans with Reagan Coyle. Reagan Coyle, your volleyball sensibilities were massaged a little bit more in that set, but still not quite to what we would hope to see from both teams, really.
Right. Yeah, a little better for Iowa towards the end there. They were playing more clean, but I feel like Illinois State still has something more to give.
Yeah, Iowa hits 407 in the second set, 14 kills with just 3 errors. Illinois State hits 129, so improves. I think maybe they didn't get as much garbage from Iowa, and so they weren't really still able to run offense. Jamie Marquardt had a really nice serving run that got him out of system that kind of gave Iowa some separation there in the middle of the set, because teams traded points for really the first half of the set, and then Jamie got on a run, gave Iowa the lead, and then they were just able to kind of accelerate from there.
For sure. And middle's still doing really well. Stojanovic still at 875 with 7 kills, no errors. Whittingstall 4 kills, 0 errors, hitting 800. So really good work by Iowa's middles. It's been good to see them kind of carry the kill load tonight. Just a little bit different look than what we saw last night with outsides getting kind of the majority of the kills.
And the hitters made a bit of a change-up. The only block in that set for Illinois State came on the Amaral swing that, as you mentioned, it was tight. Maybe a ball, and I'm not sure it got over. So it may have very well stayed on the Iowa side anyway. But otherwise, Iowa hitters did a nice job of making some adjustments, moving the ball around, using off-speed when they needed to find a way to score some points against what's been a fairly steady block against all their opponents so far this year. Illinois State's picked to finish third in the Missouri Valley. We know there's a team up the road that plays in the Missouri Valley. There's a team down the road that plays in the Missouri Valley, and both of those two teams tend to do very well. Definitely. So Illinois State, if they're picked to be third, is not going to be just a pushover.
Right. And I wouldn't expect this third set to be a pushover either.
See if Iowa can, there's room to continue to improve focus for Iowa too. So you'd like to see, if Illinois State ups their effort level, match that.
Exactly.
Go ahead and go toe to toe with them and match the effort level.
Yeah, sometimes when you're playing teams that just aren't playing to the best of their ability, it's easy to play down to their level and kind of have that slow-paced game that we've seen. But like you said, got to play Iowa volleyball.
Audrey Clark serves it over. Good float. Warden takes it. Slide to Whittingstall. And, of course, an Iowa middle scores on the slide. She wanted to take the serve receive, too. But
she did.
Warden called her off, which was great because then that allowed her to transition into offense right away.
Good communication play there.
Whittingstall wins the serve with that kill. Here it comes. Almost brains Stojanovic.
Just need a little bit of consistency with her serve.
When she gets it, it's really, really good.
It is.
And then a night like tonight, she's just off a little bit, and she's struggling to find it. Warden, decent ball. Amaral just slaps it over with one hand. Push to the right side. I'm sorry, push to the left side. And that ball's outside the antenna from Ziegler. Ziegler's normally a right side hitter, and she did not look comfortable coming from the left side.
A little bit different timing over there.
Varez back in, Amaral to serve.
Ziegler back to the right side on Illinois State.
Comfort zone. Saputo not a great pass this time. Rec pushes, Varez blocks. Tried to shove it right into the solo block, and Varez did a great job of closing it up and sending it right back to her. Amaral sends it at Saputo again. Another not great ball. Rec. That's a great swing, though. She hit that sharp inside, and the block looks set up right on top of her.
It was, yeah. There was just a little bit of space right to the left of Varez's left hand. She just snuck it inside, in between the blockers, just barely.
Rossi now to serve. Iowa 3-2 here in the third. Pops it over and over the end line. Neither team's going to love the serving stats right now.
No.
4 aces, 8 errors for Illinois State. 5 aces, 7 errors. So not ridiculously bad for Iowa, but still want it better. Charday, good serve from Van Zandt, right side. That ball catches the corner from Ziegler.
Yeah, that was a really good swing by Ziegler. Just painted the end line.
Yeah, we saw it
going out.
We've seen Van Zandt hit that from the left side, pin the other way. Ziegler hits it right in front of the Hawkeye bench and bops it right in. Coach Barnes was wishing it out as he gave me the inch finger sign there. Like it was in. Barrett back in for Van Zandt now. 4-3 Iowa. Craggs to serve. The freshman pops it over. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Middle attack, Stojanovic. Uh-oh, she's dug. Rec off the net, into the net.
Still not an error, though.
Still not an error.
We'll keep her number up there.
And again, the fun part for Sashka, her 5th career college match. She's still new. She's going to learn things. Moisio, great float. Diving play from Rossi. Middle attacks, punched over. Barrett, good ball. Amaral, inside to Varez, and that's blocked. I don't think I'd try Gravengood anymore.
I don't think I would go that direction either. She has a little bit of line to hit through, probably like a foot distance of line on the net there, but the set has to be perfect. It has to get all the way out there for her.
And the sets haven't really pushed her to the line, and I haven't seen her try line very often, and that ball sails well over the service line from Rec. Yeah, I haven't seen Varez really turn line. I've seen her turn and crank it, try to go into kind of the 1-2 seam far more than I've seen her try to go down the line. Marquardt to serve, 6-4 Iowa. Jamie off the tape. Rossi, tough ball. Platform to cross. Good ball from Saputo. Behind Whittingstall. Boy, what a great block. The Hawks get it up in the air and over. Off the block, Moisio. Whittingstall just tips. Push to the right side, one-on-one. Warden's there. Whittingstall. Amaral. Warden timing was off, but a good tip. Rossi platforms behind her to Saputo. Off the block, Barrett. Amaral. Whittingstall, good shove to the back, but dug by Rec. Left side, off the block. Barrett again. Amaral tips, blocked. Moisio in the air. Marquardt, what a great ball to Warden. And that ball's, I think, off the tape. They might get credit for a block, but that's one of those two. If you ask me, having never set foot on a real competitive court, Alyssa's trying to do too much with that ball.
Yeah, it was such a high ball there. I like the aggressive swing, but at a long rally like that, I would control that ball, send a tip or a roll over.
Moisio, great ball to Amaral, and she rips that one over and scores. Everybody's still breathing heavy. Just win the point fast.
Right.
Going back to Alyssa there, it's just That ball was so difficult to take that hard of a swing at. You've been rallying for 20 to 25 seconds already. Make them win the point rather than taking that swing there.
And with it being so high, it's really hard to see the block too, and she's tracking that ball for so long.
Warden with a good serve. Bad pass. Saputa sends it out of bounds. Iowa by 3 now, 8-5. Warden, good flat serve again. Much better ball this time, right on the net. The running middle attack goes wide. That was Guest that started kind of on the left pin idea and then ran right at the setter, but just kept pushing it all the way out of bounds. Another good serve from Warden. Right side swing. Gravengood with a good swing scores. If I remember right, see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, Gravengood had 10 kills yesterday in the long match. 9-6. Serve goes at Warden. Bad pass, but Amaril's able to get there. Whittingstall with a good roll over. Platform to the right. Ziegler right down. Catches the 5-6 seam. 9-7.
Amaral hit the floor, so we're going to need a floor wipe.
The Wipers are still in preseason form too. They haven't gotten jumped around yet. They don't have the mop with the end on it. The guy just hustles out with the towel and
just a towel and elbow grease.
Barely chamois that up. You can still see the wet spot here. So 9-7. Serve goes over. Marquardt, high ball, middle of the floor. Back row for Warden, rolls it. Diving play from Rossi, good ball. Ziegler, good sharp cross, but Marquardt's there. Amaral pushes it behind her. Van Zandt has to tip with the left hand. Middle attack. Hawkeye block timing was off, and Guest gets the kill. 3 straight for Illinois State, 9-8.
Yep, Hawkeye block was a little late there. Got a touch on the way down, but it wasn't playable.
Clark, Marquardt, great ball this time. Whittingstall high off the block, dug up. Reck with a good ball, middle attack again. And Guest with a nice job, misses the block like we've talked about, doesn't hit it straight down. Coach Barnes has seen enough of this. We're tied at 9. So first timeout for Iowa. We're going to go ahead and take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. John Evans, Reagan Coyle. Coach Coyle, you're now in the huddle over here. It's 9-9. Your team's kind of giving up the lead here and maybe not as sharp. What do you say?
I would say right now we're playing down to Illinois State. We're playing at their speed, a little bit slower. Not as clean as Iowa volleyball can play. Obviously need a good pass on this ball, but I would go to Whittingstall on this ball here. It looks like she's set up to run a slide. She's been automatic tonight, hitting 500 now, but still no errors. I'd love to see her on a slide ball for a kill.
So that all starts with somebody's got to make a good pass off the Audrey Clark serve. So you need Marquardt or Warden, because I would guess it's not going to Moiseo. So one of those two, put a dime to Claire in the blue and give yourself a chance, right?
Exactly.
Warden does not give that pass, but she'll get a back row swing. Knocked over. Clark digs it up. Rossi platforms behind her. Saputo, dug by Moisio. That's a dime. And Amaral will just take a rip at it. And Clark makes a business decision to block that ball away.
Great patience by Amaral. She had all day to think about if she was going to set or attack that ball. Wait until the last minute, take a nice rip.
Ball hung in the air a long time.
Good.
See if Hannah can find a serve here. Whittingstall. That's a better one. Pass well off the net. Boy, that ball's blocked and in. Stojanovic and Amaral. And I would deserve that point because that was a double.
Absolutely. Like I said, just was cringing at that ball as it was on its way out to the hitter. Don't love it.
At a high school match, there would still be parents in the crowd going, Toad.
Right.
Whittingstall with the looper. Right side slide, pushed over, and boy, that is a beauty. Kennedy Guest just tips it right over the block. 11-10 Iowa.
We haven't seen a lot of short tips from Illinois State tonight. I would be surprised if they kind of sprinkle a few more of those in just to keep Iowa's defense honest.
They do everything Saputo to serve. Good serve. Moisio. Amaral dunks it off the block. She actually beat that through a double. Guest, they both jumped with her because the ball was tight. But she threw it off the inside hand and scored. That's 6 for now for Claire.
Just another advantage of being a lefty up there.
Amaral to serve. Pops it over. Saputo. Great ball, middle of the floor. Ball's inside. And Reck did a nice job tracking it in and beating it off the block. 12-11. And Claire hit the floor. So the down referee and Coach Yale on cleanup duty. Rossi to serve, 12-11.
No towel, but shoe will do the job.
The libero pops forward and fires. Moisio, bad pass. Charday chases it down. Moisio has to platform it high and over. Middle of the floor now, running offense. Oh, what a block from Van Zant. Wow. And that's Ziegler again on the left.
Yeah.
And Iowa takes advantage of that. Van Zant and a late coming Stojanovic with the block. That was good.
That was good.
Because Illinois.
One of those that sounds good too, coming off the hands.
Yeah, that one was a sharp pop. Van Zant, great serve, but a really good pass. Middle attack. Hello. I think she levitated.
Rogers. I think she did too. She's kind of lit up the past, this third set here. She's been swinging really well for Illinois State.
Yeah, she was just up there, kind of hung there, and then just drove it home. So Iowa leads 13-12. Craig serves it over. Moisio, bad pass. What an up from Amaral. And unfortunately in the mad scramble, that left an open court. And Rogers knocks it home again. We're tied at 13.
Yeah, it was a really great save by Amaral to kind of keep the play alive.
You've seen Iowa's first contact get a little not good here. And it's shown then in how they've struggled to run offense. Barrett, bad first contact. That's an ace, and Illinois State has the lead. I mean, you look at it, Iowa has 4 kills in this set in 13 points. So they've really depended on Illinois State to be bad. Illinois State, 10 kills on 14 points. That serve goes over. Barrett, not a great ball. Amaral. Varez uses one hand. Improvement. Middle attacks, pushed over, and scores. Rogers with her 5th kill. And Iowa in a bit of trouble here.
Starts with a pass right now. Been out of system quite a bit. Just can't get anything going on offense. Need a good pass here from the serve-receive line to get things going.
Serve comes over at Moisio. There you go. Amaral, middle of Stojanovic. And that is as close to automatic as you get.
Her 8th kill.
On 10,
really impressive night.
10 swings, hitting 800. Give her 4 blocks as well. And Emily Lavin will come in to serve. Interesting mix here. Moisio was good. She's got a couple aces. Lavin goes with a sharper serve. That's a great pass, though. Right side, tipped over. Lavin's there. A lot of traffic, though. Warden gets the swing and scores. It's been a tough night for Alyssa, but she just keeps coming. Give her 5 now. We're back tied at 15.
I love it that she swings with no fear.
Lavin fires it across. Rossi, high ball, middle of the floor. Back row attack. Sails over the end line.
Got to use these points.
Iowa's recovered nicely now, lead 16-15. Again, you're making Illinois State do some work, not just handing them points. Lavin, good serve. Saputo uses hands. Middle's tipped, dug up. Amaral. Whittingstall's dug by, that was Craggs. Graven good. Oh, boy. A ball that Whittingstall or Lavin should have had. Splits the seam between them, and I guess that's the downside of having Emily come in and serve. They don't play a lot of defense together. It's usually Moisio.
Right. Yeah, and Amaral just kind of took one stutter step to her left, and Lavin thought she was maybe going to go for it.
Reck fires it at Barrett. Got into her chest, and that'll be another ace.
Got to take that ball with your hands or let it go out. Really hard to get a platform on a ball kind of coming high up to your shoulders.
17-16, Illinois State retakes the lead. I would guess this ball's going to the same spot. Goes to Warden instead. Good ball to Amaral. Right side to Varez. And the small block was really late, and Varez gets the kill. She's got 5.
That's what the Hawks need, kind of get them going again. Last third of this third set here.
Push here now to 8. Jamie Marquardt to serve. Jamie comes forward, sails it at Rossi. Good ball, middle of the court. Oh, my goodness.
There's Rogers again.
There's Rogers again.
Her 6th kill.
I mean, I guess you can chant she's a freshman. And
super explosive.
The freshman will leave. Salata will come in to serve for her. They trick me with the middles being 2 and 12. They make it hard on a quick glance.
Yes.
Salata knocks it over. Good ball at Barrett. Amaral. Inside slide to Whittingstall. Dug up. And now we switch middles and we get the same result. Kennedy Guest with the kill, 19-17 Illinois State.
Illinois State couldn't get it done with their outside, so they're switching to the middles, and it seems to be working well for them.
Serve comes over. Moisio. Amaral. Better timing on the slide that time to Whittingstall. Got it pushed out where she could take a rip at it.
A little bit of a tight set, but Whittingstall, really smart idea there just to kind of tool it off the high hands there on the outside blocker.
So Barrett will leave. Van Zant comes back in. Would be great to get Charday going here at the end as Iowa makes a push. Warden to serve for Iowa. Illinois State 19, Iowa 18. Iowa does lead 2-0. Warden. Great first pass. Right side Gravengood through the block, but dug. Boy, we saw Whittingstall kind of do that yesterday on an overpass. She wanted Claire out of the way, which I respect, but then she didn't jump with the ball, and Gravengood knocked it right back down, 20-18.
Yeah, with a high ball like that, that's making its way to the net. As a front row player, you got to go up and at least put some hands up there to make the hitter at least think about where they're going to put it.
Clark knocks it at Warden. Amaral, short slide to Whittingstall, scores. 20-19. Hannah with 7. Now would be a great time for her to find the range on the serve. Sends the short one, uses the middle. And that ball goes out from Ziegler as they tried to use her in the middle that time. I think they should just leave her on the right.
Nice, yeah.
She struggled from the other 2 spots. Tied at 20. See who can get to 5 first. Another short serve. Boy, that's a good one too. Creates traffic. Oh, boy, the block was there, but just couldn't get pushed across, and Guest gets the kill on the slide.
Yeah, just a little bit of an off-speed swing for Guest. They found the way between the blocks.
Yeah, you could read it. You saw it coming. 21-20 Illinois State. Saputo back to serve. Rec came into the front row for the Redbirds. Moisio, good platform to Emerald. She dumps it over and gets the kill. Rossi got there but didn't keep the ball controlled. 21-all. Emerald will serve.
See if she can get an ace here.
Iowa hasn't been able to push ahead here late in the set. They've been just kind of answering. Saputo, middle of the floor. Ziegler, dug by Emerald, overpass, and nobody went to get it. Emerald gets the dig kill.
Illinois State just weren't quite ready for that to come back over.
That's a tough one there. Iowa does push ahead now. Advantage Iowa 22-21. Timeout Illinois State. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
We are back here at Extreme Arena in Coralville. John Evans, Reagan Coyle, Hawkeyes, Redbirds. The whole bunch is here. 22-21 here.
All the birds.
All the birds. Funny enough, I was thinking about earlier that they're Redbirds. They're not Cardinals. And sure enough, late there, just a point or two ago, I almost called them Cardinals again because I had planted that mistake in my own head. We'll see.
The red Cardinals just doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Exactly. Iowa is hitting .346 now in the set, up to 11 kills. Really kind of cleaned up the mess a little bit, but still 26 swings to 35 swings for Illinois State. So not been exceptionally clean for Iowa, but pushed ahead here now. 22-21. Good serve. Saputo right on the net, right side. The slide gets through the block again. Guest now with 8 kills. Neither team able to really stop the middles.
The swing is just finding its way in between the block, and it is just finding that space, and I think the block is set up where they need to be. It's just kind of an unlucky touch.
Rossi to serve. We're tied at 22. Good serve. Good pass from Moisio. Stojanovic just has to push, though. Clark with an easy dig. Ziegler from the right. Emerald, self-defense, gets the dig. Vares from the left, rolls it short. Third hitting error with into the net. Again, something you want to clean up a little bit. Iowa takes their timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it as well. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together.
Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
We're back here at Extreme Arena. 23 for the Redbirds, 22 for the Hawkeyes. The good news is Iowa does have a 2-0 lead. Hallie Stepanidis, what a spot to make your evening debut, as Stepanidis will come in for Varez, and she'll hit from the right side.
She had a good night last night.
She has been, I joked with Coach Barnes, if you're old enough to remember the old bad boy Detroit Pistons, she has been Vinnie Johnson, the microwave, instant offense. And Iowa could use a little of that from her. Rossi to serve, 23-22. Off the tape, Moisio, great ball. Middle attack, Stojanovic is blocked. Iowa covers. Amaral, Stojanovic again.
Love to go back to Stojanovic on that ball.
That's not easy to do either, is it?
Especially as a middle. Yeah, it's such a quick set right back to her.
Carmel needs to sit down here. She's thinking about going back in, but he wants her ready. Charday with the serve, 23 all. Right side, boy, that ball's tight, man. And the block from Warden. Not a great set.
What a great press by Warden. She was up and over the net. Just Illinois State did not have any time to think about getting that ball up.
Varez comes back in for Stepanidis. Illinois State uses their second timeout. 24-23, Iowa will have a match point. Well,
lots of back and forth in these last 5 points. Lots of timeouts. Lots of points exchanged.
Iowa's 9th block there is an Alyssa Warden solo. Alyssa with 5 digs and 3 blocks to go with her 5 kills. Stojanovic leads the Hawks with 9, Amaral 8, Whittingstall 7, Varez Warden 5, Van Zant 3. Claire's dished out 22 assists and has 6 digs as well. Moisio with 11 digs. Got 3 blocks for Van Zant, Warden, and Whittingstall. Sashka has 4 to go with her 9 kills. So Iowa, again, hitting 242, which after a tough first set is a pretty good number.
Illinois State's been able to bump up their number as well, up to 184.
Yeah, up to 184 in the set, 074 for the match. Yeah, 17 kills. So I guess the upside if you're Iowa is this hasn't been the prettiest set, but you've made Illinois State score points.
Yep.
Illinois State with 17 kills in their 23 points. See if Charday Van Zant can end it on the one and first try. Van Zant fires it down the line. It's a beauty. Rossi, though, great dig. Middle attack, catches the in line. What a swing there.
There's Rogers again.
That was Rogers.
She's been on fire for the Redbirds this third set.
24 all now.
She's a red-hot Redbird right now.
Oh, nice work.
Thank you.
Barrett's back in for the Hawks. Craggs to serve. Will go extra points here in the third set. Drop serve. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Stojanovic, of course.
What's new?
Of course.
Another kill. That's 10 for her. First Hawkeye to double-digit kills.
Sashka with the little head shrug. I liked it. And it'll be Emily Lavin that will try to win it again for the Hawks. Lavin fires cross at Rossi. Graven Good's blocked right on top of the tape. Graven Good tips it with the left hand. Oh my goodness. That was ugly and gross and perfect.
All in the same breath.
Graven Good missed.
Not sure how she got that.
Completely mistimed her jump. She was off balance. The ball comes over. She takes her left hand, flips it off her fingers around the block, and finds the floor right in the 2 spot.
Just kind of threw her arms up there and got a piece of it.
It was good athleticism to stay with it. Graven Goods now got 6 to go with her 6 blocks. And Reck now to serve. Barrett, middle of the floor. Emerald outside to Warden, goes over the block. Touch, gets the point. Illinois State doesn't think so, but the players aren't arguing. It's just the coaches kind of begging.
I was going to say, that's that hard angle. That's really hard for us to see on this side of the court. Everyone on the Iowa side seemed to be confident, though.
Jamie Marquardt will try to pull the 3rd time's a charm for Iowa here. Advantage Iowa. Marquardt fires it. Good serve. Rossi chases it down. Has to be platformed out to Saputo. Blocked! Claire Emerald, Hannah Whittingstall. Hawkeyes sweep the night.
What a great way to end it. Just a good solid block on Iowa's side. Kind of an exciting 3rd set, which is what we were expecting Illinois State to kind of come back after the way they played the first 2. But good for Iowa to end it in 3 and not extend this any longer than it needed to go.
Yeah, you said you expected Illinois State to have a punch. They really did. 19 kills in that set, but Iowa comes up with the 10th block of the match as they outblocked a top blocking team, and Iowa gets the sweep in extra points there in the 3rd. Coach Jim Barnes is going to come over here, and we'll chat up Coach Barnes. Headset adjustment complete. You got me?
I got you.
That wasn't quite as much fun as last night, but we'll take the sweep, right?
Yeah, we just so error prone today. And, every day is a different day, and every game's a different puzzle piece. And we just, Alyssa started, off so poorly and just so many errors, and try to give her time to work her way back in. And she did, but it took too long. Luckily, we didn't drop any sets, but, we just made too many errors today.
Well, Illinois State came into the match with, I think it was the 5th block in the country. You guys were actually 4th prior to yesterday.
Right.
And they showed that right away. They set a good, solid block, and Alyssa hit a couple balls right into it. And I'm sure that as a coach, you've got a different idea of maybe what some of those swings should have been.
Well, our game plan was, look, the best thing they put up is a block against the left side. So we've got to kill them in the middle, we got to kill them in the right, and we got to kill them with our setter. That's plenty, and we'll just limit our left sides. But we have to pass well enough to do that. And in the beginning of the game, we're passing off and putting it to the left side. It's a worst-case scenario, and we got that result.
Now, you mentioned middles. Let's talk about your middles. 17 kills in 28 swings, 10 for Sashka and 7 for Hannah.
Right. Yes.
No errors.
No errors. And the whole time we're going like, guys, we got to pass and dig well enough to get it to our middles. And our Claire. I go, those are the 3 right now that are just, they can't stop. So we got to continue to, make them pay for that. But our passing was up and down too, so it was really tough to keep that going.
It was really kind of the first night where I thought the back row maybe struggled a little bit. The serves kind of got into the chest or maybe just didn't read the ball very well.
Yeah, and a couple of people have been struggling a little bit here or there at show today. Like with Greta, she's been passing really well, but the last couple of matches she's been struggling a little bit, and then it really kind of fell through today. And then Allie came in, and it wasn't quite as good as she was yesterday when she came in. And, and that's the thing. Every game's a little different. And I go, look, we're going to have to win ugly today. We're just not clean. But we need to win every 50-50 ball, every ball that's happening. And we got to slow down their middles because their middles started getting hot. And, we did just enough to finish off that last set.
But I think Reagan and I were talking about it during the match. I'm sure one of the things you're going to look at, and I think you might have mentioned it to me in Vegas too, for you to win at the level you want to win at and get to where you want to get to, you've got 3 pins. Your 3 pins basically hit one above 0, 14 kills, right. 13 errors. You're going to probably need a little bit more out of them, at least a consistency of keeping the ball in play and making the other team beat you.
Yeah, to beat anybody good or anybody ranked to our left sides are going to really have to play. And so I'm giving them a lot of playing time right now to figure those things out. And, they have those moments where they look great, and then They just got to get consistent.
And that's why it's probably good to see different types of blocks too.
Yeah.
So because they've got to build a toolbox of shots, because obviously you're going to see a little bit of everything in the Big Ten.
Well, I told them that's a Big Ten block they put on the right side, against our left side hitters. I go, that's about as good you're going to see. And, some blocks will be a little bigger, but for the most part, that's what you're going to see. And so, like with Short A, you got to hit high. She can go hit it over that block. I go, you just can't pull it down. And you got to move the ball around a little better. And unless, she got that big arm, but that can get her in trouble if she doesn't move it around. If she challenges that block, it'd come back faster.
Yeah, she took a ball. It was a libero ball all the way out there that she went ahead and took a rip at. And Reagan, as a player, was complimenting the aggressiveness. Me, as the conservative investment guy, was like, I might have just liked to live to see another hit there.
Yeah, she went up and hit over that block on that play on that side when she got away with it. The other time she didn't.
Yep.
But that last swing was big because it was a tough out-of-system play. I thought she was going to roll or tip it. And she went up and blasted it off the high hands.
Yeah, caught high hands.
And that was, what helped us win that last set.
Well, we'll let you go here after but I thought the nicest part there was she looked angry at the beginning, but she didn't let it affect her overall game. She kept swinging for one. Right. She kept digging, and she had her hand in a couple blocks as well.
Yeah, and I tell them, I go, look, starters, if you struggle, if you look at it at all like you're not determined to get through this, I'm going to take you out. But if you are struggling but you're determined, you're communicating, you're getting after it, I'll ride with you to let you get back. And so you want to come out, just drop your head for a second. And so she fought through it the whole time, and we just got to get better.
I'm going to let you go to the locker room. I know you got we got a quick turnaround at 2:00 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the win, Coach. 5-0.
Thank you.
Coach Jim Barnes of your Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa moves to 5-0. We'll get Reagan Coyle back here. I'll give you your final thoughts, Reagan Coyle.
Fun match again. Obviously, always fun to see a win. Even more fun to see them play more competitive in the third set and still come out on top. A little tight there in the last 5 points, but really love Iowa's fight and grit right now at the end of the match. Last year, we saw bits and pieces of that here and there, but the last 5 points were really tough for Iowa last year, and I feel like they have really been shining in the last 5 points from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, we've said that for a couple of years where, pushing through and winning the sets, not having a team lose a set for you, but actually go winning, being the one that applies the pressure hasn't been the card that Iowa's been able to play very often, and they really did. Who knows how good Illinois State's going to be in the long run, but Iowa put pressure on them and never let them push back and took the set at the end.
Exactly. And like I said, I've said a few times already, but just watching the middle shine tonight for Iowa. Stojanovic with 10 kills, hitting 714. Amaral with 8 kills, hitting 500, but then Whittingstall, 7 kills, hitting 500. Just really great offensive firepower out of the middle tonight. It was really good to see.
Yeah, you found a way to pick up for an outside that didn't have their best day, but really found a way to get it done. So Iowa moves to 5-0 on the season. You are going to go enjoy the concert in South Bend tomorrow.
Sure am.
Thank you for joining me for these 2 matches, and I will. I won't see you next weekend because we're in SEMO, but I'll see you back for the Iowa State match.
State, yes.
So that'll be a good one in I think it's 12 days or so. But that will do it here from Coralville. In Extreme Arena, Iowa moves to 5-0, the first time or the best start since 2016 as Iowa takes down the Redbirds in straight sets, 25-19, 25-17, and 27-25.
I know a couple things about that 2016 team.
You might have participated in that. Iowa will look to win their second tournament in 2 weekends, tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Again, I know you're going to be busy from 11 until 2, but at 2 o'clock you'll be fine. Tune in, listen to me here in Extreme Arena as Iowa will take on the Loyola Ramblers. For Reagan Coyle, I'm John Evans. Thanks for listening, and have a wonderful evening.